Good morning. What you doing? What you doing? I'm on a little later because Ashley's in taking care of everything in the shop. She is golden. You know, mm, there we are. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? Good morning. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Not really. It's 10 o'clock. Here it's 10 o'clock. So, I mean, salt, Mr. Fry. I'm I'm enjoying my, it's not a leisurely morning. I've actually recorded hypnosis. I'm uploading that right now. All sorts of stuff. Morning glories. I like that, Vicky. Just taking some time this morning. I have to do a little running, and we're getting our healing room ready for tomorrow. Sam has been doing trim work. It's amazing. And I have to decorate. I forgot to take the canvases out of the car. There's the thing. So I got to do that tonight. But just lots of fun stuff going on. So let's start the day. Let's start the day with something different. Let's start the day with something different. It feels like a shift going on right now. Good morning, Heather. Does anybody else feel a shift? I didn't really pay attention to it until like now. I'm like, that feels a little bit different. So vice versa. Sam has like all these tarot cards in between, after tarot, vice versa. Is there before? Oh, there's the before. Okay. Sam has you calling us shifty? No, not today. So we have all these cards. Let's see. Where's the crows? Where are the crows? Is that a filler? It must be filler. Okay. Get to the very back of the decks of cards. So look. Let's see what's hiding in the back of the cards. I need to put that in my purse. Okay. So let's see. What do we have today? What do we have? We have so many things. I don't know. That's the law of attraction. A lot of son of a that. Oh, that. Well, I'll clean that later, I suppose. I'll put that over here. Huh. That's what I get for digging for stuff. Okay. It was my smoothie that just went all over the place. It was. Good morning, Katrina. Went everywhere. But I don't have any paper towel right here, so I landed mainly on something. I know, right? I just dumped stuff everywhere. At least it wasn't the coffee. This I can handle. That, I mean, I could handle it. I was like not that attached to my coffee, but this is containable. That would not have been. So let me try and contain this real quick, because it is on a piece of paper. And if I can get the paper out of here easily into the trash. Yay! Look at that. All that's taken care of that quickly for the most part. Okay, so back to what we were doing. We were doing something. Oh, Katrina's going to get molds made for her dentures. Paul's when you're out of the house. Oh, no, it's crazy. I know. When I'm out, when he's gone, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Okay, that's one I haven't used in a long. Good grief! All these are ones we haven't used in a long time. Let's see. I'm feeling very sacred foresty. So let's try that. Wisdom of Avalon. Let's try that. Wisdom of Avalon. Oh, okay, here we are. Okay, now I have a couple decks all over the place, so Sam will love that. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Wisdom of Avalon. Ooh, these are so pretty. Why don't we use these more often, you guys? Okay, let's pull a card. Good morning, Renee. All right, these feel so good this morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you mind? Okay. Won't you be my neighbor? Blah 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 blah. Fry. Clutter up your desk, Lisa. love that. Yep, I love it. I'll get put back. Good morning, Tracy. So I am telling you that the newsletter comes out tomorrow. We have 7 spaces available for readers at the Witches Brew in October. That will be the 12th and the 13th. We're doing a psychic fair, and half of the day on I have to look at my thing. So if you are a My Mystical Life member, for those 7 spaces, there is no charge for you guys to be in there reading. If you are a My Mystical Life member and you want to come read at the Witches Brew, we have 400 people walking through the shop, not including the people that are just coming with them. 400 people walking through the shop that day. If you want to be a reader, you must message me. There's only 7 spaces for My Mystical Life members. So now you know. The Avalon deck. So the Wisdom of Avalon. Let me put it in front here. Pretty. Very pretty. Right? Come into in all your witchy regalia. Awesome. I have to decide if I'm going to use the costume that I have that is just a really awesome witch's costume, or if I'm going to use the one I made for Salem, which is totally different. But we'll see. Okay, what are we doing? Partnership. Oh my gosh, this is a great card. It's beautiful too. This is really cool. Maybe wardrobe changes, right? Wardrobe changes. Okay, so the first card I have for today is partnership. A lot of us fly solo, huh? Not me. I have a wonderful, wonderful partner. I'm very blessed in this lifetime to have met my soulmate, my twin flame, very young, right? I think we set it up this way to work on a couple things together. I don't know what we're working on, right? It's fine because we're working on our soul journey, and whatever happens, happens, blah, blah. I try not to get wrapped up in the what's my soul purpose, only because it changes, right? But I'm blessed to have a wonderful partner. Now, I want to say partnership doesn't mean always a love interest, does it? It doesn't. It can mean somebody you actually in partnership with business in, somebody that you work with, all those things. Okay. Anyhow. So partnership is the first card of the day, but then they want to talk about lack of creativity and different things. And this is a creative project. So this is what they're saying here basically is if you're having some problems, if you're having problems moving forward and you need ideas, reflect from other people, work with other people and see. Good morning, Vicky Roop. Work with other people and see where their input lies. It is so important to get outside perspectives on things, right? Because a lot of times we restrict ourselves because we see what's in our space. We work with what we're familiar with, right? But when you step out and you, somebody, it's Donna. Good morning, Donna. I felt so bad yesterday. I had just said goodbye, and Donna's like, wait. So when you're working, whether you are aware that they're a partner or not, when you reach out to get input from somebody else, or even, it's totally acceptable, you guys, to get some critique from somebody else. Doesn't mean that they're criticizing you. You're asking for thoughtful input on, like, how could I change what I'm doing? Right? How can I create something different? How can I make this more appealing? How can I tone it down? All of those things. Yeah, y'all, what a week, right? Y'all good, Donna? So that's how we create partnerships. We reach out, we ask for input, especially when we're trying to do something creative and we're feeling a little stagnant. It happens, right? It happens. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask somebody for something. And that includes that critique. Good morning, Billy Ann. Did you see that I tagged you something on Canva? So don't be afraid to do that. That's part of our growth. That's part of our learning. That's part of our building our people, our tribe. Who can we trust to reach out and ask for critique or give us some input? Or how do I go about I'm so glad it worked, Billy Ann. You have no idea. I was like, let's try this. Maybe she'll get it this way. So, it's all those good things. So Billy Ann, I was telling everybody, and I'm going to repeat it just because I need to repeat it. We have 7 openings for readers at the Witch's Brew in October, which is the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. We're not reading every day. I think we're not reading on Sunday and half of Saturday, with the option for people to continue doing so if they want to. But we have other things planned, those two. Yes, how is your dog doing? Thank you so much, Renee, for bringing that up. So if you plan to be a reader for the event, you need to let me know and commit to that. If that's what you feel like you're going to be there doing, right? You want to come and you want to do that. It will be something you can charge for, and people will be able to walk in and just get readings. So it's going to be a really interesting event. It's going to be an interesting event. Okay, so let's move on to a different deck, shall we? How is Loki? I need a bigger shelf. I do. Not gonna lie. Let's try and put some of these away before Mr. Fry melts down. Right, baby? You won't melt down, huh, honey? Okay, next deck. I'm going to pull this one out very much, but I really do like this deck. So let's pull it out. I like to keep my decks in their box. And they make it difficult because there's 3 boxes. I swear. It's ridiculous. This one is the Mystic Shaman Oracle. And where's everybody staying? There's several hotels. I need to put that on the webpage. There's several hotels. There's a Holiday Inn. I think there's a Hampton. There's a Super 8 or something like that too. Right in town. I tried finding an Airbnb and renting the Airbnb and let people do it that way, but Y'all, this is Defiance, Ohio. And we don't have that. And I don't have enough room at the house. So good morning, Tanya. Okay. This is a Mystic Shaman Tarot. Oracle, sorry. It is going to be son of a monkey. Maybe. Interesting card. Maybe I should like stop touching stuff today. Maybe. Just jump in the car and go, right? Not much in Defiance, Renee. Not much in Defiance. Well, it's probably grown since you've been here. So we're going to go deeper. Let's go deeper. Hey, let's step off into something else. Anybody else been getting buzzing in your ears the last couple days? Like if I start doing something spiritual, all of a sudden my ears start ringing. Maybe I'm going through downloads. Your stepmom is 15 minutes away. Awesome. Oh yeah, it's grown since then, Renee. Nope. I know. Pitch in your tent. Weird buzzing. I'm getting a weird buzzing. And it's always in my mediumship ear. So something's going on. That's why I said earlier, there's a shift going on. There's something going on. I'm not quite sure what it is. Weird buzzing. Right? Okay. We're going to talk first about the smoky mirror. And what I get from this card, right, Renee? What I get from this card is the illusion we put out to others. The illusion that we present, because we all can do this, right? We can all do that. We can all give you what you want. We want you to see. Most of us are practicing it our whole entire life, from the time we're little. You know, we're taught. Doesn't matter. Don't show it. If you're in public, you behave. Doesn't matter if you're having a hard time. All those things, and you know, there is public decorum and all that. But I really think that this is something that we could all pay a little bit more attention to. We have that public persona, that public look, right? But what is it that you need to work on deeper? What we're talking about is not this, but the inside. So let's talk about what you need to work on within yourself to make this more authentic, less of a mask, more of a reality for you, right? And we talk all the time about soul retrieval, and we're going to talk about it again today, obviously. But digging in and finding those things, because they're not always obvious. They're not always obvious to us. I know that when I was going to sessions for tapping, when I was so shocked at what my core issues were. You could have knocked me over with a feather. So shocked. I thought I had one problem, and it turns out that I had issues about something totally different that brought everything else up. It was the weirdest thing. And I come away from that, and I would go home to Sam, and I'd be like, oh my God, look at this. Look what the problem is. I didn't realize what the problem was. So sometimes we have to really dig to figure out what the core of the issue is. And a lot of times we're very surprised by it. So maybe it's time to do that. Maybe some of the energy shifts we have going on the planet right now, interstellar, all those things are geared more towards the release and the let go and the rediscovery of who we are on a deeper level. Because when we have dug these things down and they're burrowed in like a tick, and we are not looking at them for what they are as problem causers, then we're just walking around with a mask on, aren't we? So the next card is on soul retrieval. Soul retrieval has a lot of different names for it, right? As a shaman, I consider soul retrieval when I walk into your energetic field and I find the fragments that are off to the side, that have been dropped off over time because the pain was too great to continue forward. That is soul retrieval to me. And then I negotiate with those fragments to actually come back and reintegrate with the soul. Actually do a fairly large healing session circling around that. But it's also called mirror work. It's also called, oh crap, help me here, guys. I can't think of the word for it. Why do I do this? Somebody else knows, I know. Somebody else would come up with the word and they'll be like, Lisa, what the hell? Are you a spiritual? Do you work in this field? Shadow work. Thank you, Renee. Shadow work. Also called shadow work, right? I'm sure there's a bunch of other words for it. But it's time, inner child work, right? There's a bunch of words for it. It's time right now, for whatever reason is optimal, for you to, the house just moved. Wind. The house it's a big house in the middle of the field, so it does move. It's an optimal time to start looking and examining the core issues, not the surface parts, but the whys. Why does this work? Why? Shit digging. That's another one, right, Vicki? Shit digging. Oh my God. Shit digging. Because when we start to do these things, what we find is, God, that looks like Jason Momoa. When we start to do this, what we find is that we are very emotional beings. When we start to dig into these things, it's the emotions that bring us to the point of hiding things, right? So we're living in that water element when we're doing these things. And a lot of times people will actually, put Jason back. A lot of times when we start to do this type of work, we have huge emotional releases. We feel unsteady because all of a sudden we've shaken up our world. We're living in the emotion, not hiding it, right? We're not hiding the experience. There's some bad storm. There's some things that have, Sam says today's supposed to be sketchy. So I'm watching the weather today, which consists of this. Yep, it's windy. Mr. Fryer, let me know if there's a problem. So don't shy away from feeling the emotional aspects of the healing. A lot of us, I don't need that in my life. I've got too much going on. I've got this, I've got that. How do you think you got like that? Plugging forward and not taking the time to experience life, examine life. Because a lot of things in life have left us going, I don't want to be involved in that. I'm going to go continue over this way because I don't want anything to do with this emotion over here. Don't stir it up. I don't have time for that, which is also saying what? I don't have time to heal. Take the time to do these things because it's important. Right? And a lot of us on here have been doing this through our whole spiritual journey because we realize the importance of understanding. Vicki says, don't mind the feeling or release of the emotion. Just don't make me dig for stuff. No patience for that. I get that too. But here's the other thing. People are always worried as well that they're going to manufacture things to be upset about. Right? That's another one. People are afraid that they're going to manufacture things, but I get the no patience. Like, if it's not bothering me, let's just go. Okay. I'm sitting with this one for a minute because I really like this card. Because this is what this card says. First of all, it doesn't look like Jason Momoa. Just pointing that out. But we have an infinite amount of time to figure this out. We think very 100-year, right? If we're blessed. But we have an infinite amount of time to figure out all of the things we need to resolve. Because when we look at the broad scheme of it as a soul rather than a human, our soul wants to learn these lessons. It's the human brain that's getting in the way, right? The soul knows we have all the time to learn these lessons. I know. Heather, when I get home, I need to book a journey with you for some fragmented retrievals. I've been on my own. I will set up a day. Let me know, Heather, because next month I will, not April, but May, I will be offering shamanic healing sessions. Very few of them, but I will be offering some because I love doing them. Okay, we're moving on. But yeah, let me know. And they're so cool. They're so cool. But our soul knows we have all the time we need to work through these things. Would it prefer sooner rather than later? I'm absolutely certain, right? Absolutely certain. You coming down for a session, Renee? You're not that far. You're only a couple hours. Only a couple hours. 3.5, 4 maybe, right? Everybody's like, wait, what? We're doing in-person sessions? When are we doing this? But we have all the time that we need to learn these lessons, and it will happen in the divine time, right? When we finally go, you know what? I'm tired of this restriction that I've put on myself, and that you step into the divine time of it and go, I'm ready to heal. Then you start having these revelations and these aha moments. Who does not, who doesn't love an aha moment, right? We get them all the time. The difference is, are you recognizing them as aha moments or just glassing over them and continuing with your day? I do love a good aha moment. I'm having them recently. And we're at Sam. So Sam and I were at dinner last night. And one of Bill's very, very close friends passed away yesterday or day before yesterday. And they called me yesterday to tell me about it. And we sat at dinner and just cried. I mean, not that we were extremely close with Larry or Alan. I can call him Larry. But Alan would have done anything for Bill. And so we sat at dinner and we probably looked like, I don't know what we looked like. It doesn't matter. Because we were sitting there at dinner and then the waitress would come by and we're like, but it's an example of letting go of some of the things that we could have held in and just festered, right? You just be like, his passing doesn't bother me. But it's one of those things we just sat at dinner and cried. I have found more tears since Bill passed away than ever in my whole entire life. It's amazing. I never really gave a lot of, I just kind of glassed on. I always thought I was kind of cold, all those things. But it's just, I don't think we had experienced that kind of loss. We were talking about that, Katrina. We are absolutely certain that Bill was there just a-waiting. That Bill was there just a-waiting for him to go, hey, old man. He'd have called him, old man. What are you doing here? It seems early. But everything happens in its own time. And there we go. There we go. Okay, I've finally cleaned up my mess up onto paper towel. Yay. Okay. So let's see. Can I get a whoop whoop this morning? Can I get a whoop whoop? Let me see who's in the room. Might I have a whoop whoop, please? What time is it? 10:30. A whoop whoop. A whoop whoop. Hmm. Hmm. I'm looking at cards. Hey, Linda. Also helps me see who's in the room. Okay. And Odin's letting everybody know he's here. All right, let's go with Vicky Roop. It's a 1-card deal. That one. Vicky, what are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed about? Avoidance of situations will not bring about resolution. Listen, Linda. I'm wondering what you have going on in the background and you're trying to deal with, but it's a little bit hard to hear sometimes. It's a little bit hard to understand why some of the things that are happening. Possible move. Gotcha. Okay. Feels stuck. There's a stuck feeling to this. But I need you to know that whichever way this turns out is absolutely perfect. It's going to be the most prosperous for you. It's going to be the most prosperous for your family. Everybody's going to benefit from it. And it's going to feel very natural. It's going to feel very, aha, I understand why. No, this is great. This worked out perfectly. And there's just some things that you have going on that are going to be deciding factors on it. Go with the flow on this. Wait, I'm glad you clarified that was for you because my list was up to. Oh, I'm sorry, Vicky Roop. Yeah, absolutely. I have to message you later, Vicky. Or Vicky McHale, sorry. Don't worry though, Vicky Roop. Everything will be fine. Everything is going to go divinely the way it's supposed to. And I feel like you put your finger down on something and go, that one. That is perfect. Perfect. Okay. Moving on. Let's go to Donna Brown. I'm not going to use those for Donna. I understand why. Thank you. Donna has this wonderful fairy energy to her. So we're going over to a fairy deck. I wonder if you don't have Scottish or, no, I wonder if you don't have Scottish roots. If you don't have Scottish ancestry, I would call you, I would say that message, awesome. Great, Vicky. I would say that you have past lives in Scotland. Absolutely. I keep seeing red hair. And it's so funny. I keep hearing Willow of the Wisp. Willow of the Wisp. I know what it is. Will of the Wisp. I don't know that I'm saying it right, but I keep hearing it and seeing it. Are you here, Donna? And I keep getting drawn back. And I have one guide that deals in Disney movies. And I keep seeing Brave. So we're going to follow this guide wherever he goes because he's really good. He's usually really right in point. And he's talking about following things that may seem like illusions. This is where he's going with this. So we're just going to do it. He's talking about following things that may seem like illusions. They may seem very, very real. Like if someone presents something to you and you're like, oh, this is like too good to be true. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. If you have something like that presented to you, please make sure you dig a little deeper. I mean, if someone sends you a check for $1,000 in the mail and says, trust me, in the box up top, just deposit it. Obviously, we're not going to do that, right? We're going to go like, what the hell? But they're just saying to just check things out. And I have a woman in mediumship, and she's pointing to the sky. She's like, would you just look that? Would you look at that? Which it's like they're trying to get you to look up. I don't know if it's a clouds with symbology or if it's at birds in the sky. I don't know what she's pointing at, but it's like, would you just look up? Just look up. I don't know. All I see is blue skies with clouds. So I don't know what she's pointing at, but she's like, just look up. I feel like this was somebody that would have cradled you when you were a baby. They're showing me cradling a baby. And I hear a wise woman. I hear a wise woman. They're actually showing this as somebody that had intuition and was aware of it. Ooh, that shoulder's higher than the other, isn't it? And also, I have to tell you that the symbology from this guide, I love it. This person may have seen like the bad guy a lot, like somebody that was mean or somebody that wasn't that fluffy older person that you could really. This is for Donna Brown. That they were somebody that was strict, and the way he's showing this is just bear with me. He's showing me the mean witch with the red apple and Snow White. Like it's just it's not that person was horrible like that. It's just that's how at a very, very young age you might have seen them as being this old, scarier type of person rather than somebody that it's not Donna Culverhouse, it is Donna Brown, that would have been strict. You've been hearing the whisper of look up a lot lately. Yeah, it's just look up. I'm not quite sure what she's talking about. And I have chills. Oh my God, I have whole body chills there. She's like, just look up. Just look up. And what's the card that we have here? It's about making the most of all of your time. Making the most of all of your time. Enjoying yourself. Stepping away from anxiety and enjoying yourself. And keep moving forward. Quit thinking maybe that you are stuck in one spot or you're stuck here, you're stuck there. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. Because you're capable of so much more. You're so much more. You have so much more muchness. I saw yesterday's coffee chat, Lisa. I actually had that debrading, decalcifying thing that you're doing. It's probably been 20 years. It is a miracle. But I have one shoulder that's 15 millimeters taller than the other. And I guess I always have. I don't know. And it really, Renee, it didn't hurt as bad as she kind of said it was going to, but it hurt enough. I'm going to have it done again. But I'm actually getting cupping next Monday. Let's see how that goes. There we go. I hope that helps, Donna Brown. I'm just letting you know you're not alone. You walk with many animals. Yeah, you're a woman. It never hurts like they say it does. Oh, no, that's not true either, Courtney. You have no idea. I was sitting there going, why the hell would I do this? She walks out. She's like, go ahead and get dressed in case you like throw a punch me and I have to call the police. I'm kidding. And I'm like, why would I do this? What am I doing? What the hell? But I know. I needed to do it. So anyhow, I hope that's helpful, Donna. And there we go. There we go. Whew. Too much coffee this morning. So let me drink more. I hope it helps. If you don't know who it is from the other side, it doesn't matter either, by the way. And as I said that, I got chills over my whole entire body. Like, I rarely get chills on this level. If I didn't have it, I'd be like, oh, I look like a chicken with all my chicken skin. They're like, it doesn't matter if you don't know who it is. Yeah. No such thing as too much coffee. I agree, Vicki. I agree. So, all right. With that, you guys, I have business things to do today, so I'm off to do those. Tomorrow, what is today? No, today. Ooh, I better do that. Today, the meditation comes out in the group, and it is on protection. So make sure you check that if you are gold, platinum, and platinum crystal. And Davy Cochran, I hope you feel much better. I do. I really, really do. Know that you are lifted in love and light. And drawing tomorrow for the agate geode, Mr. Fry. I need to know what next month's, because I can't put out the newsletter until the next month's. I know what it is. And the cupping is next Monday, Renee. Next Monday. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. What else do we have going on? I just completed next week's, next week's hypnosis session for next Friday. And it is on the humble intuitive. So that's a really interesting hypnosis session. Class on Monday is going to be, I think, on auric viewing. I have to look at that. I have to look at the calendar. I'm not quite sure right off the top of my head. I think it's auric viewing. We haven't done a class on that in a long time. And there's a lot of new people in the group. So we want to make sure that we are covering everything. And then we'll have a practice on that at the end of the month as well. Thank you, Renee. They actually I feel a lot better already. So, all right, everybody, have a great day. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. And we will talk to you guys later.